By the end of this video, you're gonna know how to skyrocket the views that you're getting on Instagram Reels right now in 2024. Because if you're not getting the views you want, you're simply messing up the first 3 seconds of your video, not adapting to the latest Instagram algorithm, or you might actually be posting your content in the wrong format. And all you have to do is change these things and it's gonna skyrocket the amount of views that you're getting right now, because there's more organic reach than there ever has been before on Instagram right now in early 2024. In fact, this creator literally just gained over 150,000 followers simply by implementing the tips I'm going to share with you. And this creator gained over 200,000. And the same thing can happen to you, which can completely change your life if you simply adapt to these changes. But I will warn you, if you skip just one of them, it's going to be the reason that you failed to grow on Instagram right now during the easiest time ever to grow. But first, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to go click on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, I literally upload a video every single day about how to grow on these platforms. So what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. When it comes to the first 3 seconds of your video, this is actually going to make or break your piece of content, because if somebody doesn't get hooked in the first 3 seconds, they're going to swipe away. I'm sure all of you have had this experience. You've been scrolling on Instagram, something didn't capture your attention, so you just keep scrolling, but then you see something and you're like, whoa, I need to see this. That is exactly the type of reaction that you need to get within your viewer's head. And if you're able to create this for a bunch of people across your ideal audience, guess what ends up happening? It's going to skyrocket the amount of views that you get, because this is by far the most important part of your video. In fact, this is something you should test. I want you to make different versions of the first 3 seconds of a video and then have the rest of the video be exactly the same, because you are allowed to do this on Instagram and test this for yourself. In fact, I want you to test adding a question. I want you to test adding a camera angle that is going to work. And I want you to test having text on the screen versus not having text on the screen. And I bet you're going to see a drastic difference in the amount of views that you get. You could keep the description similar. You could keep the hashtags similar, which, by the way, I'm going to share with you exactly what to do with those 2 things in just a little bit. But you can keep those things similar. Just change the first 3 seconds and you're gonna see a huge effect on how many views you actually get. And this is gonna prove to you that this is by far the most important part of the video if you wanna get people's attention and you wanna keep them watching. Now, to make this super easy, I actually have 6 prompts that I want you to use to be able to create really good hooks within your content. The first one is going to be, what known problem for my viewer does my reel solve? You want to answer that in the first 3 seconds. The second is going to be, what benefit do my viewers get from stopping to watch this video? And again, you want to be able to articulate that immediately within the content. The third is going to be, what pain can my viewer avoid by watching this video? So essentially the way that you want to set that up is you want to say, if you're experiencing X, stop doing this. Or if you're experiencing Y, you need to do this. And then they're going to be able to get rid of that pain simply by watching your video. The fourth is going to be giving somebody a reason to watch the video all the way through to the end. The fifth is going to be, what is the most exciting part of my reel? And you want to tease that, you want to allude to it, or you literally want to show it the same exact way that you would see on TV or the beginning of a movie, where they show you the best part and then they actually entice you to watch until you get to that part. You need to do the same exact thing within your content. And then finally, you need to ask yourself, what question does my reel answer for my viewer, and how can I tease that in the beginning of this post? Because the reality is, during the first 3 seconds, somebody actually has a choice of whether or not they're gonna watch your piece of content. Because if they watch past the first 3 seconds, it drastically increases the odds that they're going to actually finish that piece of content. So if you could just get them through those first 3 seconds, you should be golden and be able to skyrocket your views. But that's not the only thing you need to change, because the Instagram algorithm has recently updated and the 3 metrics that they care about have completely changed. It's now going to be 3 of them. And by the way, the last one is by far the most important. The first one is going to be how many comments you get. If you could get people to go to the comment section, well, guess what happens? The video is replaying in the background, it increases the average view duration, and it makes Instagram think, hey, this person is really engaged with this reel. We should find more people that are going to be really engaged with this reel. And then they push it out to a bunch of different people that interact with content like that. On top of this, you're going to get people coming back. If somebody leaves a comment on your post and you respond to it, or somebody else responds to it, then they come back to Instagram and go back to your post. Then as a result, it looks like to Instagram that they're really engaged with your content and they actually want to see it multiple times. And this is something that can really skyrocket the amount of views that you get. Now, if you're not getting comments on your post, or you want to get more comments on your post and 5x the amount of engagement that you're getting, you need to be using today's video sponsor, ManyChat. And if you go to the pinned comment below, you can get started today with 30 days free access, or you could get 30 days free access to any of their pro plans, and it's gonna make it incredibly easy for you to 5x the amount of engagement that you're currently getting on your posts right now. And the reason for this is now you can get people to comment on your post for a special offer. I'm sure you've seen posts like this where they tell you to comment below a specific word and then they're gonna send you something, or they're gonna DM you, or they're gonna do something like that. Well, the way that they're doing this is through ManyChat, and you need to make sure that you're doing this also, because obviously you've seen a post like this before. So you need to be implementing this yourself so that other people see more of your content, because you're gonna be getting more comments. In addition to that, this gets rid of the need for you to tell people to go to the link in the bio, because guess what? When you do that, it actually decreases your reach on Instagram. Instead, what you should be doing is taking advantage to ManyChat's comment to DM automation, and essentially you get somebody to comment and then you send them that link or you send them that offer, and now it 5x's the amount of engagement that you're getting, and it doesn't decrease your reach because it actually follows Instagram's rules. On top of that, ManyChat makes it incredibly easy for you to actually start a conversation with your audience, because you're gonna be allowed to create several different question prompts that allow them to start the conversation, because most people won't actually reach out to you because they don't know what to say. But if you prompt them with a few questions, well, guess what? It skyrockets the amount of engagement that you're getting. The best part about this is that ManyChat is a Meta approved partner, so you don't have to worry about any of the engagement that you're getting being fake. It is going to be 100% authentic engagement. It's going to increase your organic reach, and I strongly suggest that you go to that pinned comment below and register today, because remember, you could sign up for free or you could get 30 days free access to any of their pro plans. What are you waiting for? If you want to 5x your engagement, you need to sign up right now. But that's not the only type of engagement that Instagram wants to see, because there are two others. The first one is going to be shares. You need to make sure that you're getting people to share your content, because similarly to people leaving a comment and then coming back to that comment, if you can get somebody to share, it means that they sent them a piece of content either in a text, in a group chat, or in a DM. And guess what it does? It gets somebody to then log on to Instagram. So Instagram knows if somebody logs on, they're not just only going to check that one DM, they're probably going to scroll the feed a little bit. And this is where Instagram makes money, because they're showing ads. So if you can help Instagram get more people back on Instagram, it's going to skyrocket the amount of reach that you get. And then that final thing that you need to be paying attention to is Instagram's latest feature, which is going to be the audience retention graph. You need to make sure that you are watching this like a hawk, and you need to be fixing any part of it that doesn't work. Like I shared with you earlier, you can literally change the hook in the video, but you could change any part of a video. So what I would suggest you do is you upload a piece of content on Instagram, you wait to get feedback through that audience retention graph, and then any part that didn't work, you adjust that and you leave everything else the same. And this is going to allow you to make better content on Instagram that gets you more views. But we can't stop there, because I also need to make sure you're creating content that's the right length and you're using the 3 features that Instagram is currently pushing right now. The first one are going to be memes. I strongly suggest you begin implementing more memes into your content. You could do this with a photo, you could do this with a carousel, and you could do this with a reel. The more memes you upload and you make them similar to your niche, guess what's going to happen? It is going to skyrocket the amount of reach that you're getting, because Instagram sees these memes as a trending post. So when they see that you uploaded a meme, guess what ends up happening? They push it out like crazy, because people share this, people comment on it, and people really relate to these memes and think that they're really funny if you can alter it to be specific to your niche and your viewer. The second thing you need to be doing is a photo plus a video. That photo can be a meme or it can be an infographic, but you need to have something like that, and then a video. Ideally, the photo should just be hooking somebody in so that they swipe and then watch the video that delivers on the promise from the photo. And if you do posts like that, this is going to skyrocket your reach, especially on the Explore feed. If you're having trouble getting on the Explore page, try one of these posts, because these are the most common posts that actually show up there. And then the third type of post that's going crazy right now are going to be green screen posts. If you can do a green screen post, especially when it comes to some breaking news or something that people really care about, for example, an authority figure, a brand, a celebrity, a personality, or just something that's going on within your niche. For example, if you're in the real estate niche or the mortgage niche, making a post with a green screen about interest rates dropping is really going to capture people's attention, and it makes it really easy for you to constantly change the background, which skyrockets the amount of reach that you get. In fact, this creator right here was literally able to gain over 70,000 followers, and he does a green screen post almost every single time, because it allows him to make better content and take advantage of the brands that are within his niche, which skyrockets his reach and his followers. Now, when it comes to the best length for you to be choosing for your post right now, this actually needs to be tied to whatever the topic is. So what you need to make sure that you're doing is doing research before you post. Right now, you probably just have an idea, you film that idea, you edit that idea, and you put it out. This is not how you should be creating Instagram content if you want to skyrocket your views. Instead, you should have an idea, you should do some research to actually see whether or not that idea is going to work on Instagram. If you can't find any proof that it's going to work, I would go back to the idea drawing board and not even waste your time creating that piece of content. In fact, most creators should be spending more time coming up with content ideas and proving that they work than you actually should be creating content. Creating content should be the easy part, because when you go to create, you should know everything that you're already going to do. So essentially what you want to do is do that research beforehand, and on top of just proving whether or not there's actually an audience for that piece of content, you also need to prove how long that piece of content should be. Because if you're doing a video about how to get bigger biceps or whatever within your niche, well, guess what? If you make your video 5 seconds long, but all the trending videos are 13 seconds long, guess what's going to happen? Instagram isn't going to show your content, because essentially what happens is viewers on Instagram get classified based off of how long content they watch. So if they watch videos that are 60 seconds long, Instagram shows them more 60-second videos and doesn't show them 5-second videos. So although you might have been creating a video on the right topic, if you created it with the wrong length, this is why you're not getting views right now. Or you might be using the wrong hashtag strategy right now, or using banned hashtags, which is exactly why I created this video right here. It's going to tell you the best hashtags to use right now to go viral on Instagram and what hashtags to avoid because they're actually banned.